Hey everybody, this is going to be a playthrough of the CWW-01-2 mission from the Cold War Warrior campaign for the Flaming Cliffs Su-25. Looking at the mission briefing, we've got a morning mission in the winter. There's plenty of visibility because there's just a high cloud layer and plenty of light, so you can get high enough to look down on your targets pretty well. Looking at the loadout, we got some rockets, some laser-guided missiles, and some bombs. Looking at the allies, there's a whole bunch of Su-25s, an A-50, which is essentially an AWACS, and then a bunch of fighters, MiG-23s and MiG-27s. Looking at the objective, we're going to fly this flight plan. So take note of these waypoint numbers and the altitudes and the speeds you're looking for, as well as the times. Essentially, we're just trying to get to waypoint 2. It'll be 2 dots on your nav system, which coordinates with the IP waypoint. So waypoint 3 in this list at 10:27, so 27 minutes into the mission. So if you get there around then all the other flights will be there doing what they need to do at about the same time, and you'll have a little bit of distractions for the enemy AAA and SAMs. So essentially, we're just going to fly in, destroy a bunch of stuff in a convoy. If we can use all our munitions, great. If we can't do that safely, then I think as long as you fly into the area and then go back home and land, that'll be mission success. So we're Grok 3, 2 Su-25s in our flight. Looking at the threats, we've got man pads, so the Stinger IR guided SAMs. We got some Hawk radar guided SAMs. We've got some Roland radar guided SAMs. Then we've got some AAA, Gepard AAA. Looking at the mission planner. This is our flight here, so the white line will be our route. So we're going to fly up out of Sochi, follow the waypoints. We're going to cross over this lake. That would be kind of this string of 4 villages here. So waypoint 2 will be right over that 4th village. Once we get to waypoint 2, we're going to look to the right just a little bit. We should find these intersections with this road. So our course line is going to take us more or less straight down that road as we get towards the strike waypoint, waypoint 3 there. If we look on the satellite map, we can see it a little better. So you can see this road coming in. So we'll just get to waypoint 2. We'll climb a little bit so that we can find this road, look straight down it. We're going to see this bridge here. And then past that bridge, we're going to find all these targets off the side of the road. Looks like they're on the road, but they're kind of on the shoulder of the road to start. Once you enter into this area, you've got about 30 seconds before these guys scatter to kind of a pre-scheduled scatter pattern around this road. So on your first pass, they'll probably still be right along the road here. But by the time you come around for your second or third pass, they're probably going to be scattered off in the field on each side of the road. So be aware of that. Looks like the convoy itself is really just a bunch of IFVs, but you've also got these man pads off to the side. Those aren't going to be there right in the beginning. Those come in, I think 2 of them is about 2.5 minutes in once you've entered the area, and the second 2 are going to be about 4.5 minutes in. So your first 1 or 2 passes, you're going to be safe from these man pad threat, but after that, you're going to want to be careful. So pump out a lot of flares, cut your throttle as needed, and then just keep an eye out for those man pad shots. As you make your attack runs, you're probably going to want to turn to the left after your run because you got a Gepard out here, and Gepards are pretty nasty and they'll rip you up pretty quick. So do all your runs, probably rockets first, so we can catch these guys while they're still in a straight line, give those rockets a chance to be useful. And after that, your bombs and your shorter range S-25L missiles should probably be a priority so that by the time these man pads are up, you can just use your longer range KH-25ML missiles. If you aren't super efficient in getting all those munitions off, then once you start seeing evidence that those man pads are in play, you can kind of decide whether you want to keep going or not. If so, probably the only viable munitions at that point are the KH-25MM missiles because you can launch those out from pretty far, not really put yourself in danger of those man pads, but everything else is going to probably be a little too close, too dangerous. So don't worry if you don't destroy everything. It's not part of the mission objectives. Just make sure you get home safe. Don't get shot down by these man pads, or even the martyrs, the IFEs themselves can shoot you down as well. So be careful of that. So essentially, flying waypoint 2, getting some altitude, finding that road, killing as much as we can in 2, 3, maybe 4 passes, and then heading home. So good luck. All right, start the mission. Get the canopy closed, electrical on, engines on, flaps down. Call ATC, let them know we're starting up.
Сочи, 33-й, запуск. 3-3, Сочи, запуск разрешаю. Ветер у земли 306, скорость 4 метров в секунду. 001, удаление 230 на 3500. Сближает 33-й, 13-й. Обнаружена цель 001, удаление 200.
Engines are ready. We'll request taxi and see which runway they're going to send us to.
Сочи, 33-й, руление.
Not getting an immediate response, so we're probably waiting for something else to happen. I don't see anything going on over there, but there could be something taxiing behind those shelters. This big jet's blocking our view over to the left. Just take a note of the order of the munitions here. So rockets outboard, then bombs, then I think those are the KH-25MLs, and then the S-25Ls. Alright, we're directed to taxiway or to runway 24. That'll be left to right from this perspective, so we'll taxi out to the left. So got about 3 minutes before we should be taking off, so we'll go kind of fast here. We do have a jet taxiing out to the runway there. And another one there. Alright, that looks like 2-4 there. So we'll straighten out and take off as soon as we can. We're slightly early, but that's okay. Looks like the wingman's just starting to taxi. That's okay, he'll catch up. We'll get set to waypoint 1. There it is. And we got a long flight ahead, so I'll put timestamps in the video description in case you want to skip the boring part. Flight plan calls for 2,000 meters altitude, but I'll go higher to save some fuel because it's a long flight there and back.
003. Удаление 260 на 6000. Сближайтесь.
Alright, we're shooting for about 600 kilometers per hour ground speed, so getting a little higher than that. So I'll climb a little bit more aggressively to slow it down a bit, especially since we took off about a minute early. We got 107 kilometers to go. We got about 13 minutes or so, so even 600 is too fast. Based on the cloud layers, I think I'll shoot for about 5,000 meters AGL or MSL, and then level off right about here. Get slowed down to about 550 ground speed. Alright, I've got about the speed I want. Now I'm just working on trim, trying to get to the point where I can be hands off. Not going to worry too much about the course line, I'll just go straight to the waypoint according to the HSI needles. About 90 kilometers to go. Alright, that trim's looking pretty good. I'll just use tiny little throttle adjustments to keep the VVI at 0. And wingman caught up to us. we got about 3 more minutes to waypoint 1. After that, we're supposed to drop to 300 AGL, so we'll turn towards waypoint 2 and descent. Looks like we'll get to waypoint 1 about a minute early or so at this rate. That's no big deal. We'll just keep it slow as we transition to waypoint 2. Got some fighter radar ahead of us, but hopefully there's other friendly flights that are going to distract that. Actually, that's behind us. It's probably the friendlies. Alright, switch to waypoint 2. We're supposed to speed up to 700 ground speed for this leg, but I'll keep it a little bit slower than that because we're just slightly early.
Grach 11, strike package departing rendezvous point.
looking for 300 AGL altitude, so we'll keep an eye on the radar altimeter over here.
Облучение Земли 1 час.
Alright, there's 300 AGL. Dipped a little below it, almost to 200, so we'll pop back up a bit, level off, maintain about 600 for now, 600 ground speed. Облучение Земли 1 час. Второй. Облучение Земли 1 час. There, we got another friendly flight pulling out ahead of us. We'll speed up a little bit. Not sure if they're going in the same spot we are, but we'll follow them for now. About 18 kilometers till waypoint 2. At that point, we'll pop up and start looking for targets.
Krach 1-1, 2 minutes to target.
Alright, I think this last village, big one here, it's probably our waypoint 2. So we'll pop up as we're crossing over that, and then we'll be looking out to the right somewhere. As we get a little more altitude, we should be able to pick up the road that the convoy's on. I'll start accelerating now. Go ahead and switch air to ground. Start with the rockets and try to catch a convoy while they're still on the road, or next to the road at least. Alright, I think it's going to be that straight stretch of road out there. And he grabs some altitude here. I'm going to tell the wingman to attack ground targets, or we'll try sending him at the primary target. So F7 there. Alright, I can see a bridge, and I can see a little distortion on the ground just to the left of the road, further up. So we'll pepper that with rockets to start. Alright, yeah, I can see the units starting to see their shadows to the left, so I think the targets are just to the left side of the road, in between the shadow and the road there. Go laser on, just waiting for range. Slow down a little bit here. Alright, there's range. Start shooting. And pulling away. Looks like we got two. Try to grab some altitude and come back in with bombs quickly, or the manpad spawn. Alright, bombs reloaded. I don't think the wingman's doing anything, so I'll try just sending the ground targets in general. We got something out there shooting, so be careful of that. Looks like these guys are already scattering. I want to come in kind of steep so I can get this done quickly. Try that. Laser on. Just pick any target, doesn't matter. Wait for range. Not range. Pickle, pickle. Alright, got him. Went ahead and used both bombs on him to avoid asymmetric load. And I don't want to linger too quickly or too long, because we know those manpads will start spawning. We'll switch to the more inboard missiles because they're shorter range. We'll get turned around fairly quickly here. On this next pass, I'll start dropping flares as I go over, and then if we start seeing manpad shots, we'll just call it and head home at that point. Alright, ring, lasers on. Pick a target. That's good. Wait for range. Range is good. Firing. I'll see if I can pick a different target quickly after this guy. Alright, let's reset the laser to that. Fire. And we'll start moving a little bit because they're shooting at me. Alright, that's good. And cut throttle, pumping out flares. Yep, there's still just ground fire, although that was a manpad shot. I think. Keeping an eye out for more of those. Yep, there's a manpad shot. Alright, we'll try something inadvisable and we'll just get more range and shoot our K25MLs from further out. get the laser in the right general area. I got some guys over here. That looks pretty good. Range is good. Firing. Alright. Cutting throttle, pumping out flares, turning away. We got one more missile we'll do that with. Alright, we'll come in for one last missile run, then we'll head home. Still going to want to turn away to the left, even though we're going to be heading home to the right, just because we got that AAA off to the right. I don't want to overfly that. So, lasers on, right general area. Let's see, we'll get it a little bit better than that. I think I see a unit right, if I get it over right about there. Range is good. Rifle. Slowing down as much as I can here. Don't want to get close to those man pads. Check. And cut throttle, pumping out flares. Which I think we might be out of flares. Good thing we got the range. Alright, I'll just extend away in this direction a little bit, and then we'll turn towards home. Let's see, waypoint has not changed yet, so we'll switch to return mode. There it is. And head home. So another long, boring flight to get back home. So again, there will be timestamps in the video description to skip over this part. I'm going to climb again. Save some fuel. I'll see if the wingman's still alive. We'll just send him home if he is. I didn't see all the radio traffic, but he's not responding, so he's probably dead. Alright, we got a fighter locking us from behind. Not sure what's going on with that, but we'll dive and get low. Pulled a little too hard. A little disoriented, but we'll use our instruments here. Alright, I'm a little bit nose low. There we go. Looks like we're not got a radar or a fighter at us, looking at us anymore, so I'll just continue on here. Do have a fighter pointed at us again, but not sure if it's friendly, so I'll just get low to play safe. Get rid of these rocket pods and the canisters for the S-25Ls, save a little weight, drag, because it looks like we don't have a ton of fuel, still got a long way to go. And if we're having to stay low altitude, it's going to drain it quicker. Alright, we don't have any fighter radar hitting us now, so I'll climb again. I think we're probably safe from fighters at this point. If we see any fighter radar, it's probably just friendlies coming home too. But really need to save some fuel so we get up higher. Shaky, so we're going too fast, so I'll climb more aggressively, try to convert some of that speed to altitude. Alright, that should be high enough, so I'll back the throttle off a little bit, we'll level out. Try to sip fuel all the way home. Alright, fuel's not great, but I think at the rate we're using it, we'll be okay. Once we get to about 40 kilometers, I'll start coasting downhill. Airfield's out there somewhere, but couldn't quite see it yet. I think that's it there. See that long straight strip? Yeah, I can see the other runway as well. That's it. So we're at 40 kilometers. I'll just go throttle idle. Start coasting downhill. Should be okay on fuel at this point. I'm going to nose down a little bit more aggressively here. We're not dropping altitude quickly enough. We'll pop the brake out too. I'll just keep an eye on the indicated speed, make sure it doesn't get out of control. Alright, turn towards the airfield. Alright, just keeping that brake on for now. Got to slow down some more. Still a little high and a little fast. Alright, good enough for gear and flaps. That brake on until we slow down a bit more. Should have a little bit of time after we turn the brake off to start working on trim. Alright, brake off. Start trimming. Got some crosswind left to right. I don't think I'll have time to get quite all the nose up trim I want, but we'll fix it on the flare. Much better than the last one. Helps to put your gear down. That'll do it.